You know, all the things that are involved in production that these bass players and these, you know, dedicated bass players, dedicated drummers and dedicated musicians, they don't do production, okay? Because doing production on the side of also being a drummer is just a distraction and reduces their skill level. Now, probably if I was an absolute savant at piano and playing guitar, then I wouldn't be able to produce and create the sounds or make the sounds, you know, sound good, you know. Because, you know, you could get a piano, sounds great when you listen to it, stand and listen to it, but how are you going to get that to the audience? So these are sort of things I have to think about. And a lot of people who I come across, like guitarists, I say, oh, let's put a group together, let's put a band together, whatever. And they just don't understand, they don't get it. So, you know, and of course the ones that do get it, they're not interested in creating their own band or their own music. Half the time they want to make like a tribute band, you know, oh, join our band, yeah, you're a singer and yeah, join our band and, you know, do our songs. We're going to do an ABBA tribute band or some other random, you know, music I don't really listen to and don't really like and not really, you know, don't really care about, you know. Now, I kind of got fed up with doing the music. I wasn't making any money. I wasn't able to. I want to collaborate with people. I want to do things with people. Of course, you know, I talk about bands there, but I'm more sort of, I've kind of always liked hip hop and making beats, and you know, I started out cutting samples. I started cutting samples, sample chopping, stuff like that. You know, using samples first off, and then later on learned how to make my own piano and my own, you know, guitar or whatever. However, obviously played with the keys or drawn in MIDI wise, not played as an instrument most of the time. So I'm not getting an actual guitar and recording it. I'm not getting actual grand piano and recording it. However, you know, the VSTs or the devices in the DAW, you know, use those basically and make it sound like it's, you know, being played live and recorded. Again, more production focused rather than actual, you know, dedicated musician for those instruments. So, you know, I quit. I basically quit for about maybe three years. I was also working as well, trying to pay those bills.
Right, I thought I told you that you were sacked the other day.
You think you're a bad man?
You're not supposed to be in here.
You think you're a bad man?
Leave or I get security here right now, because I'm an ops manager.
The whole crew down here.
This is how serious I am. I'll have you know I'm head of the operations across the whole of the country. Well, when I said country, I just mean this county. Well, when I say this county, I mean this town. When I say this town, I mean this warehouse. When I say this warehouse, I mean this floor. And when I say this floor, I mean I'm not in charge of anything.
You know, in the day job, you know, so you get home exhausted, fall asleep, other things to do. So spent some time. Maybe in a future video I'll go through the actual dates and stuff like this, but I kind of basically started creating music around about 2015 sort of time. And then from that point onwards, there was another plane. Oh, we got a jet plane and a prop plane together. Wow, what a cacophony of noise. 2015, around that sort of time, stopped making any new music. Now I was still playing around and mixing and playing around and, you know, finishing tracks and I'd already started. But there was no new music being made, so there's a difference. So I had loads of projects that I could work on, you know, master and edit and then release. And then also, on top of doing this as well, sort of mastering music, you know, taking the music I've already done, getting the stems and then put them together, mixing and mastering those projects I'd already started. So nothing new, no brand new music, right? No new stuff being made, and I was putting things out on YouTube and stuff like that, but not really getting much traction. So in my opinion, I wasn't loading up my DAW either. I wasn't loading up Reason. I was basically just using this software called Goldwave. So there's Goldwave. It's just really basic software, really old, and doesn't allow you to do individual chops like Recycle. I just do it like this, save it. Got different tools here, compressor, EQ, and distortion. You do quite a lot, but it's just all individual samples, and you can load more than one sample in at a time. Like this. You take a chop you like, and then paste it over here. I knew somebody who made a lot of his music just by using this. Really, chop-wise, sample-wise, it's more primitive than Recycle. I can't show you it as a screen capture. It doesn't allow me to because it's so old. But yeah, just to put things together, and you can do compression and mixing and other things, compression, limiting and cropping and fades and stuff like that with those softwares, so I didn't need to use the DAW. And also at the same time I started doing recording my voice acting.
Hey, in the cupboard, yeah?
Well, which one, please?
The one in front of you, man.
How can you see which one in front of me when you're not even fucking looking at me? I'm behind the door, innit?
Open the door then, innit? Come on, man. Why am I telling you how to get cups in your own mum's house, yeah? It's your house, innit?
Oh, it's my mum's house, yeah? You spend more time out there than what I do, man.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You're all the time, man. My mum's house. Is he fancy or something?
Dave, she's sitting right here, laughing at you, yeah?
You need to get the fuck out of my house, please, man. You're spending too much time out there, yeah? Every time I come around my mum's house, you're here.
So what, man? What's your problem, man? Come on, man. Seriously, man. Yeah, thanks, Dave's mum for the food and that. Yeah, man. Not attracted to you or anything. Yeah, man. Yeah, looking good, yeah.
Please, you're fucking disgusting, isn't it? She's like 62 years old, man. 63, man.
Come on up and get them cups, man, and make some tea in that.
Making characters and scenarios, mostly the comedy was to go along with the music. And I got pretty good at it. I've always done voices and characters ever since I was a little child. And I quite enjoyed it, I did it for a bit of fun at first, and I kind of enjoyed it. And it's good enough to be its own individual thing. But like most things that I do, it's just not really, doesn't have a plan to be released properly. And then got work and other things get in the way, and these things just sort of never really happen. So, maybe it's going to be a case of better late than never, but that's the story of why I quit making new music for about 3 years, maybe more. In fact, I didn't start making music properly again until 2021. Actually making proper new music, and people were actually like, oh wow, it's really good. This year, the idea is to do the content, like YouTube content, try and build a community, and perhaps widen the scope of field rather than just relying on drummers, guitar players, bass players, rappers, other singers, and other producers from who I meet. Try and get something out of that. Perhaps something could go online, and we can connect online and do these things, and then meet in person if possible. Then once we've got some following, then we'll start releasing stuff. There you go. That's why and how I quit for a few years already, technically, from making new music. So there you go. So next video, I think I'll talk about why I'm doing YouTube, go into that a bit more, and try and get away from this weird fly that keeps biting me. Trying to bite me anyway. Keep making more music. And don't quit like I did.